Hi everyone, my name's Anjali and welcome today to our WOCY Daily Activity. It's the 23rd of March and today we are celebrating the fact that March is International Ideas Month. So this is a time for us to think about ideas and how we can come up with ideas, which is great, but we also need to put our ideas into action. There needs to be something that we can do with our ideas. And we need ideas for all kinds of things every day of our lives, whether it is figuring out a way to learn your spellings, whether it is writing a story, whether it is figuring out how to learn how the respiratory system works, or maybe it's ideas for completing a project or solving a problem. Now, if we think about these ideas, it can often be really helpful to write them down. There are all kinds of things. I've done a daily activity before on mind mapping, which is a really great way to write down and to be able to see your ideas really clearly. And I've got another option to share with you today about writing down your ideas, thinking them through, to think about whether they will actually work. And some of them might take you a long time to work through those ideas. Some of them might be really quick. So today I'm going to use an example of building a spaghetti tower and thinking about ideas for how we can do that to help explain the process I've put together called the ideas pyramid. So this ideas pyramid has 7 different stages to it for us to think about how to make our ideas happen. And the first one is to write it down. So get it down. So I'm going to build a spaghetti tower is what I would write down for what the initial idea is. Then you think about all the different ways in which you could action that idea. So you analyze your options. Now I could build this spaghetti tower using either sellotape or blue tack, bit rustling that one, or I could use these little mini marshmallows. All right, so you think about all the different options and alternatives. And then I think I used the word analyze, but what I meant is we think about the different options and alternatives because stage 3 is about analyzing which one of these ideas we want to have a go at. So which one do we think would be best? So I think the sellotape wouldn't really stick properly around these different, if I cut this in half and try to sellotape those 2 joints together, I don't think that would work very well. I don't think the blue tack is going to, maybe it'll be strong enough. It might be a bit like marshmallows, but I think actually these marshmallows are a better shape. And I can actually put in my spaghetti, whatever angles I want, whichever way I want. And that will, I think, be a good way for me to start building my tower. So analyze, so thought of different options, analyze the different options. And then when we think about how we're going to make this idea come about, maybe we think about who do we need or what do we need to help us. Now, I think if I want to build a tower, it's going to be quite difficult for me to hold all the different parts of this spaghetti tower together easily. So I think I'm going to need the help of my daughter Zuma and Neva to help me hold it and maybe actually to help me build the tower. So if you're doing something like trying to learn something, asking somebody to test you might be a really good thing to do, or even someone to help you think about whether that idea is going to work or to work with you on doing that project or solving that problem can be a really good idea as well. So who do you need for help, or what do you need? And then the next level in this, or next part of the process, is to write down your final plan. Okay, so you need to be able to see it clearly. How is it that you're going to do it? Are you going to have, for example, your spaghetti tower in a particular design? You know what you're going to use, but we haven't actually talked about the actual design, and hopefully you've thought about that on the way. You're going to have a nice big base. You're just going to try and grow it one on top of the other with a little base. Really not sure. So write down your plan so it's really clear about how you want to do it. Then I think this next step, step 6, is imagining what it looks like when you have completed your plan. So what do you want it to look like? How tall do you want it to be? What solution, what challenge, what problem do you want it to solve? So what solution do you want to have? And then the last idea is to put it into action, to actually do it, to actually build it as well. So we've got 7 steps on my ideas pyramid. First of all, you write down the idea, then you think about all the different ways that you could do it. You then think about which one would be the best way. Then you think about what help you need. You write down your final plan. You then imagine what it's going to look like when you've done it. And then lastly, you put it into action and solve a problem. Okay, so hope you enjoy having a go at coming up with an idea and thinking about how it's going to work today. Whatever else you decide to do with your day, enjoy. As I say thank you to the world for all these different ideas, all the different people we have around to support and help us. Love to you all always, and namaste. I look forward to seeing you soon.